starts here. Welcome into Game 1 in the first round of the Western Conference playoffs. We are at Staples Center in downtown Los Angeles. Tonight, it's the LA Lakers taking on the Portland Trailblazers. Along with Jay Williams, I'm Ed Cohen. Jay, you look at the Lakers coming in. They're rested. They're ready to go. And they'll have home court advantage to begin here in Games 1 and 2.
And I'll tell you what, I am looking forward to this series right here. This is going to be a dogfight. We got a couple of teams that match up very well. I can see this one going to length. Yes, 7 games. That's how even these teams are.
Knocks it down off the step back.
When the ball's in his hands, we all knew what was going to happen.
Lakers at the controls right now. Rondo defended by Lillard. Screen coming. Probing the defense. They go down to Davis. Cousins to James. Trying to cash in. LeBron, not that time. On the follow. Way to stay with it.
He's been doing this for years. The physicality in which he plays. No one wants to see that. You're going to leave the game with black and blue marks all over your body.
Anthony, defended by Cousins. To McCollum. Nothing going here on that drive. Anthony. His first effort off the mark. Here's Rondo with it. Looking to make something happen. To Davis. Hassan Whiteside sends it away. Calls out of bounds. Last touch by Hassan Whiteside. Cousins. To Davis. Anthony Davis. 2 for 3 now here in the first.
Old school equals high percentage.
It's Portland ball. Lillard to McCollum. Sizing up the defense. McCollum to Lillard. Anthony. And the rebound taken down by the Lakers. LeBron into the front court. 2-point advantage. Count the bucket for 2.
As a team, when you establish your dominance in the paint early, it's critical to your offense because it eventually opens up the perimeter down the stretch.
To Anthony.
The one-round NBA playoffs 2020 games and highlights coming up next.
Down to 5 on the 24. It's Lillard for 2. Shot by Lillard, no good.
And that's how you close out on a shooter with a sense of urgency. The shooter was more worried about his landing space than he was the shot.
Nothing going here on that drive. Anthony Davis. 3 for 4. Good start.
That's lunch pail business right there. Don't worry about the no call. Keep powering through.
Portland has the ball. To Anthony. Surveys the floor. McCollum. Nice pass to set things up. And he throws it down. Big finish for Hassan Whiteside. Whoa, he got up there.
Just showing you that 40-inch vertical.
James. Ball's loose. Look at him on the deck. Hassan Whiteside sends it away.
Oh, he blocked that with authority.
To Anthony. From the painted area, won't go down. Rondo into the front court. They lead it. 4-point game. To Davis. Strong finish that time for Danny Green. Now the Blazers will use a timeout as they'll go over some tactics now in this first quarter of play. Both coaches hitting the reset button. Fresh legs coming onto the floor. Lillard up against Cook. Labissiere with a shot, no good.
See, the defender did a really good job. He stayed down. He didn't go and bite for all the head fakes. He waited until the last second to contest that shot. Way to know the scouting report.
Anthony Davis looking good, 4 for 5.
This has been a good first quarter for him so far. That wasn't an easy shot, but he was able to knock it down and add to their lead.
Lillard guarded by Cook. C.J. McCollum. Shot off the mark. Good defense.
And look, sometimes you don't have it going every single night. Maybe utilize yourself as a decoy and get some
Game 1
teammates involved
Sacramento
with your
Kings 3-3 Denver Nuggets 4-1 final the one-round NBA playoffs
This comes down to great
2-0-2-0.
execution both on the offensive and defensive end of the floor. Let's see if they can carry this into the second quarter.
McCollum to Lillard. Nothing going here on that drive. Damian Lillard. Deep two there, won't go. It's Cook with the basketball. Shot clock turned off as they get a chance to build their lead. Hassan Whiteside able to recover with the block. He'll put it up at the buzzer. It's good to beat the buzzer. He got it off just in time to count the basket, and they're back within striking distance at the end of the first quarter. Ed Cohen, Jay Williams with you as we get things started here in the second quarter. Los Angeles, they have it to Howard. No good. Tough move in close quarters with the crossover. Down low Nurkic. Nurkic rocking the rim.
If you didn't dunk that, then we would have to talk about it.
Into the front court comes Rondo. Up by 6 to Davis. Knocks down a tough shot. Now a smothering defense.
From somebody who loved to score a lot himself, defensively, if you are guarding me in a parallel position, I can have whatever I want when I want. You have to force this guy to go one direction, make him go towards his weak hand, and then contest that shot.
LeBron with it up top. His team on top by 8. To Davis. The jumper's off the mark. To Nurkic. Not that time.
And this happens all the time in this league. Sometimes offensively, you're tired. It's one of those type of nights. You combine that with the fact that the defense is hungry and active and contesting everything. That's why shots aren't dropping.
Shot from the lane won't go. Tight space with the crossover. Anthony to Nurkic. Has a chance. Shot by Nurkic, but it won't fall. Rondo with the basketball. It's an 8-point lead. Here comes the screen. Rondo matched up with Tolliver. A couple of cracks at the line now.
You got to know your personnel. That's not someone you want to send to the line for a free 2.
LeBron James at the line for 2 shots. For his career, 73%. Misses the first. Second one goes. It's a 1-of-2 trip. McCollum with the basketball. 9-point margin. Anthony in a matchup with Boogie. To McCollum. Nothing going here on that drive. Short jumper won't fall.
It's easy. Force guys into low percentage shots. That's the reason why we're big into stats. It was all provided to you before the game in the scouting report.
LeBron James. He is shooting well. He's made 2/3 of his shots.
It can only be one of two things here. One, the defender ran out of gas. Or two, this dude is just unstoppable.
Lillard to Anthony. Lillard. He connects. Had all the time in the world. Too easy.
It looks like he's using his ball handling to feel the game out. I know it looks like he's just playing around out there trying to get the fans going. That is true, but he's also finding his rhythm.
James to Danny Green. To Cousins. Blazers have it. Anthony to Lillard. Nothing going here on that drive. Driving is Lillard, but his shot won't fall.
That's superb defense. That's a defense getting there from the weak side early and making the player short arm a shot.
James to Cousins. Danny Green to Davis. Down low. With the fadeaway. Burns him for the basket.
2 points. Take them any way you can get them.
Trailblazers with the basketball. Yes, and the foul. And a chance at 3 coming up.
That was such a great job by the offensive player. Knowing that you're probably going to take some lumps here and there, but still remaining aggressive throughout the shot and getting a crack at the extra point.
Damian Lillard trying to cash in on a 3-point play. Career 88% from the line. Free throw good. A 3-point play as they move in front here just before the break. Here's Rondo with it. Under a minute to go before halftime. To Davis. Count the basket, and it could have been more. No whistle.
There are certain guys in this league that should be put on alert status 24/7 because either they're posterizing you or that attempt can still be a poster.
To Lillard. Has a look. Lillard with a shot. No.
I'm not sure that the contest on the shot contributed to the miss, but what it might have done is seep into the confidence of the shooter that the next time he might decide to try to drive to the rim instead of settling for a jumper.
Cousins guarded by Carmelo Anthony. Davis to Cousins. Converts in the paint. Nice finish at the rim.
And sometimes less is more. Keeping it simple is the best way.
Lillard. Shot by Lillard, no good. Basket's good on the follow. Way to stay with it. It's halftime here in Game 1. Let's get you to Orlando, where we say hello to Jalen Rose in our EA Sports Halftime Report. Jalen.
Thanks, Ed. Let's get right into the action here. The Lakers didn't hold back in that opening half. It was their playmaking, the way they gave each other scoring opportunities. That really impresses me. I love seeing unselfish basketball like that. These are the guys getting buckets for the Los Angeles Lakers. The Trailblazers have got themselves in a bad situation that seems likely to only get worse. At this point, it's all about pride and mental toughness. A comeback is not impossible, but it's also not likely. These are the guys getting buckets for the Portland Trailblazers.
Game track. Field goals.
The Portland Trailblazers weren't efficient with their shooting, and therefore they weren't effective with their offense. Their field goal percentage is lacking, and it's probably the biggest reason for their first half deficit. The shooting was certainly worst in the opening quarter.
Player of the half.
Anthony Davis was lighting up the scoreboard in the first half, and I'm not sure the defense will be able to figure out what it'll take to slow him down. He looks like he's in a zone.
Who was cold?
Damian Lillard was unable to find his shot through the first 2 quarters. Newsflash, you're not on fire. Pass the ball.
Game 1 Los Angeles Clippers Minnesota Timberwolves the one-round NBA playoffs 2020.
Here we go with the top plays from the first half.
Number 2. Number 1.
And that concludes our halftime report. Thanks for joining us, and see you again after the game.
Lakers ball. James to Danny Green.
Game
Here
1
comes the
Utah
screen.
Jazz Houston
James
Rockets
to
the
Danny
one-round
Green. They'll
NBA
get it down to
playoffs
Davis.
2020.
Rises for the slam.
I don't think I could do that on the 5-foot rim.
I can, because that's my only choice. McCollum to Anthony. Nothing going here on that drive. Anthony to McCollum. C.J. McCollum. Consistent effort. He's at 50%.
No doubt about where that one was headed.
Across the timeline comes James. His guys lead here, early stages, 3rd quarter. Pass down low to Carmelo. Big finish at the rim. Jay, let's see if that's a sign for him.
Well, he's been pretty much non-existent the first 3 quarters, but when you have a play like that, that can get the juices going, and that can help you with your offensive rhythm.
To Davis. Hassan Whiteside. Huge block.
Just incredible timing on that swat.
To Whiteside. And the slam.
And when you get your prescription, you take your medicine and you call it a day.
Rondo into the front court. Up 6. And 2 for AD.
You know, Ed, I'm down with guys having 35, 40, maybe 50 points in the game. But the one thing you look for in a defensive end, when there's a huddle after a guy has dropped multiple buckets on you in a row, and everybody's quiet, nobody stands up and says, yo, I got him, I'm going to stop him, you're in a worrisome place for your team.
D's got it. Damian Lillard, now 4 for 9.
And a lot of folks last year, including myself, were surprised that Dame was named first-team All-NBA ahead of Russell Westbrook. Look, I love Dame's game, but come on, man. Russ averaged a triple-double for the
Game 1
second season
Detroit
in a
Pistons
row.
Milwaukee Bucks the
Down low for
one-round
Davis.
NBA playoffs 2020.
Won't go. He needs some luck on his side, given how they're defending. Lillard to Off the pro hop. Strong footwork.
And if you don't contest, he's knocking that down with ease.
LBJ with it. They go down to Davis. From the painted area, won't go down. McCollum into the front court. His guys trail now by 4. Here comes the screen. Anthony to Lillard.
Game 1 Toronto Raptors Boston Celtics the one-round NBA playoffs 2-0-2-0.
You just need to sit back, get a tub of popcorn, and just enjoy the show, because that's what you're watching right now.
James to Cousins. DeMarcus Cousins. Quiet night, but 2 for 3 in the contest right now.
Hand down, man down. You got to get up and contest the shot.
To Anthony. Lillard. Nothing going here on that drive. And hits for 2. Now the Lakers are going to call a timeout as they'll make sure they're aligned here in a 2-point ball game.
An effort only fully releases its reward after a person refuses to quit. What I like about this team is that they continue to execute. As a coach, we used to talk about it all the time. I would hear it every single day. Execute, execute, execute. But if you can play with energy and execute, that's the formula for success.
Time to adjust. Both coaches making changes on the floor. Quinn Cook matched up with Nurkic. To Davis. Trying to cash in. It's good. If you don't stand in his way, he's going to make you pay.
You know what I like about this pass play? Instead of putting his head down and forcing the action, he patiently waited for the play to develop.
Game 1 Miami beat Philadelphia 76ers the one-round NBA playoffs 2-0-2-0.
To Howard. Defense making the ball carrier work. Shot from in close, no good. To Ken Bazemore. Knocked loose. Lakers have it. Cashes in for 2. Deep 3 at the buzzer. 3 quarters down, the Lakers have the lead. It's the Blazers with the basketball as we start the 4th quarter. They trail to this point, but you'd have to say this one's up for grabs.
And the new style we play with in this league, all it takes is 3 quick threes, and you're right back in the ballgame.
Anthony to Lillard. D's got it. Damian Lillard. He's 5 for 10, shooting 50%.
It seems like yesterday I was rapping with this kid during the NBA pre-draft workout. He looked scrawny. Nobody knew if he could really make it. But the arrow continues to point straight up for Dame Lillard. Another terrific season. A first-time All-NBA first-team player. Tied for 4th in the league in scoring last year. This kid is no doubt about it. Dame time.
Lillard to Anthony. Here comes the screen. Anthony to Ken Bazemore. He was smothered and still gets it to go down.
Ooh, Ed, looking like the young Manu Ginobili with hair out there with the Euro step.
That wasn't that long ago, was it? Rondo matched up with Lillard to Howard. Superman, Dwight Howard. It's been a quiet night. Only 3 attempts, but he makes that one stick.
Woo, did you see that? Eyes to the rim, and the rest was all net.
Able to convert inside.
Ed, I have so much admiration for guys that continue to hunt their shot. They're playing the second half like it was the first 5 minutes of the ball game. Those natural-born leaders are guys that will consistently lead your team to the promised land.
Nearing impossible. No getting through.
5, Ed. That's 5 blocks tonight.
To Whiteside. It's Howard, the rebound. Into front court comes Rondo. They lead it. 4-point game. To James. Good. Off a spin. The maturity of one of the game's greatest on full display.
Yeah, LeBron James still proving that he can get up there with the highest of the high. But still, I love the fact that he recognizes less is more now. LeBron James 2007, every play is a dunk. Now it just happens once in a while. Enjoy the greatness.
Looks like both teams are making substitutions. Lillard for 2. Unbothered by the defense as he drills it.
Look at that. Calm under pressure. You see a lot of guys rush those. Nice extra move there.
Los Angeles has the basketball. James to Danny Green. To shoot for Los Angeles. Rondo. That's off the side of the rim, no good. Lillard to Anthony. McCollum to Lillard. Fires the 3, and Damian Lillard, right in his wheelhouse, hits the catch-and-shoot 3.
Just because someone is listening to you doesn't mean that they actually hear you. At the end of the game, when players get tired, they listen to what the assignment was, but they didn't hear what it was.
Rondo up against the Weber State product. Davis has a chance. Rondo's shot won't go down. McCollum with the basketball. His guys now down by a point. To Lillard. Deep left corner. Has a look. C.J. McCollum. He's 3 of 5. 60% shooting from the field.
And C.J. is a guy that doesn't get the respect that he deserves on a nationwide level. 3 straight seasons averaging over 20 points per game. He's a guy that's automatically in range once he leaves the car entering the stadium.
Old school. Backs his man down for the basket.
I remember my high school coach said 1 man can't beat 5. Well, I'm telling you right now, he lied. I'm watching it happen in person.
To McCollum. Nothing going here on that drive. McCollum to Anthony. Here comes the screen. Trying to cash in. McCollum shot off the mark. Anthony Davis with the block.
You know, sometimes basketball can become a very beautiful thing to watch. During the regular season, things can get difficult. Energy can be low. The passion at times can even be lower because players are tired. They're fatigued. But today, it's all been good. They're putting in an absolute show with killer efficiency and tremendous effort and intensity.
First one goes down. Two for two on that trip. LBJ. To Cousins. Shot from the lane won't go. Now they get the intentional foul. He's going to have to earn it at the line. Two huge free throws in a one-point game.
Too close to call right now. We're in clock management mode. That was a good play.
Oops, he missed the first one. Good recovery. Hits the second free throw. Now the Lakers going to use a timeout. They trail by 2. And the question, do they look for the tie and overtime? Or do they go for it all with a 3? Here's Davis. And the rebound taken in by the Trailblazers. We get a whistle and a foul with 1 second to go. It's not in the bag yet, but it would take a real meltdown for this to slip away.
This is a close game, and possessions are at a premium. That's a good move to stop the clock.
Goes 2 for 2 at the line. Late heave to beat the buzzer. It's the Trailblazers who get the victory. They've jumped out in front, 1-0 in this best-of-7 series. For my partner Jay Williams and our entire crew, I'm Ed Cohen. This has been the NBA playoffs on EA Sports. Find out more at easports.com. Until next time, good night.
Here, and I've got your EA Sports post-game wrap-up. The Trailblazers got the win in a nail-biter. I could get into detail about their play calling and shot selection, but let's be honest. We all know that the dunks were the most exciting. I'd be surprised if the rim isn't a little bit bent at this point. Lakers must be devastated after such a close loss.
And even though they shot so well from the field, I bet they're only thinking about the shots they missed. This was a tough game to lose.
Check out the leading scores for the Los Angeles Lakers.
Game track. Field goals.
Neither of these teams were able to make much of an impact on defense. As you can see here, they were each pretty successful with some efficient scoring.
Player of the game.
Being able to put up these kind of numbers is always impressive, but having the ability to lead and inspire is something special.
Here are the top 3 plays from the game.
Number 2. Number 1.
See y'all next time. Jalen Rose signing out.